Let me, for the sake of those who don't know some of these superstars we have here, introduce them to you one after the other. Let me start from the father of the team, the leader of the team, head coach Genotro. We're happy to have him. Coach, you're welcome. To his immediate right, we have the man we call the governor, the captain of the team, Ahmed Musa. Of course, to Ahmed's right, we have Kenneth Umero. And then to the other side, to the coach's immediate left, we have William Trust Ekong. Homeboy. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. And then, of course, we have Ifeanyi Anabena of Enyiba as well. He has been called in to the team, and we are happy to have him here because he's been doing so well, consistent for Enyiba in the last 2-3 seasons. By the way, the draw for the CAF Confederation Cup is out. Enyiba is in the top group, and Rangers also in the top group. But we believe with players like Ifeanyi, Enyiba can scale through. All right, so that's it. You introduce yourself, and then ask questions to the players, and then at the end of it, Coach Genotro will be here to deal with our questions. Please, let's put our phones once again on silence, and I think we have the public address. Please, we are still working on it. All right, so let's pick numbers, please, quickly. Let's pick numbers. Sammy 1, Desire 2, China 3. Please know your numbers. Desire 2, China 3. What's your name, please? 4. Please know your numbers. Modo 5. Modo 5. Favor 6. 7. 8. Please know your numbers. 9. Desire 10. Okay, 11. All right. So let's start. Questions to the players first. Questions to the players first, and then to Coach for number 1.
Okay, my name is Sammy William, Electrics Limited. My question is to the governor. You missed out the last set of internationals. How difficult was it for you watching your teammates go out to battle without you? How does it feel to be back in the fold?
Yeah, thank you very much. For me, I think it's not that easy after the AFCON to miss like 2 games, important game for, but I was home watching the game and they play very well. For me, I think the game tomorrow, if the coach can hear from me to go ahead with the team that will play against Brazil, there is no any change about that. For me, I feel very happy coming back. Thank you.
Sorry, go number 2. Is the audio feedback good? It's not good. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Number 2, please.
My name is Isaiah I write for ACL Sports. I would like to ask Kenneth a question. You come back into the team after missing a couple of games against Ukraine and Brazil. And Shimia Ajayi played at the heart of the defense with the vice captain William during that period. Do you feel the kind of position whereby your place is being threatened? Because for the past 1 year now, you've had the run of good stay in the heart of the defense. Do you feel threatened by Shimi playing well in these 2 games, or do you welcome the competition?
No, of course, the competition is always welcome. It's not. The important thing is we have quality players that can replace anybody at any time, you know. And Sami has been part of the team even before the AFCON, so he's someone that we know, we've trained together, and everyone can see he's doing very, very well in his club as well. So it's a good thing for the country, for the club to have, you know, more than 2-3 players in a position. So I think the challenge is always good.
Okay, my name is China actually, NigerianFootballer.com. Now it's to you, William. We go again. The race to get to the AFCON starts again. Now, at club level, when you get tired of the environment, you can seek a new challenge and move to maybe AC Milan or Madrid, as the case may be. At national team level, we keep doing this. Qualify for the World Cup, play the World Cup, qualify for the AFCON, you qualify again. Now, this is a new race now. At what point do you think that, what do you do to keep your enthusiasm up to keep doing the same thing over and over again and not getting tired, knowing that you cannot play for another country?
Good afternoon, everyone. I think it's easy. I think all of us here are here because we're very passionate to play football. All of us want to do well for our country. I haven't had the position yet to win AFCON. I think Kenneth and Musa have experienced that, so I think that's, for me, is still a fire that's burning. And yeah, the same for the World Cup. I think when we played in Russia, for me, it was my first World Cup. For these guys, their second. It always makes you want to do more because yeah, we want to make sure we qualify from the group. We want to go further. We want to do something that hasn't been done before. So I don't think it's ever a question of motivation. And I don't think you can ever be in a position where you've done it all with your country until you've won everything, and we're not there yet. So all of us are very passionate, and I think it's easy to motivate for these kind of qualifications because we want to be at the tournament again.
Number 5, Nabi. Number 5? Number 4, okay.
My name is Festus Dada.
Who are you directing?
Fine, Emina.
You're fine, okay, let's move the mic through.
Easy. Okay, first of all, congratulations on your call up to the Super Eagles. Really a short notice, less than 3 days. So I want to know, what's your take on your invite to the Super Eagles, and secondly, the take of NPFL players not being invited to play for the Super Eagles. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I have to appreciate the opportunity given to me to be invited to the national team, and I have to also thank the coach, Penetra, for the opportunity. And seeing how things have been going in the NPFL, it has been a great privilege for us, the players, to be represented in the national team. And I know by God's grace, more of the NPFL players will be invited more in order to boost up our league. Because when you go out, well, like when we're playing the continent, you go out, you see players talking about the comparison of the league. I know that Nigeria League is good, and it will get better when players from the NPFL are being invited. Thank you.
Thank you, fine. Number 5?
I'm fine. Taking my spot. That's my question.
Oh, you're taking a pro, fantastic. Number 6?
Number 6.
Who are you directing your questions to,
Ahmed
please?
Musa.
Ahmed Musa.
Okay. All right, my name is Favor. It's our fashion FM. My question is to Ahmed Musa. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, for the first time ahead of tomorrow's game, will train just once at the Goalkeeper International Stadium, the same venue where the Benin Republic also trained one day. Now, looking at what happened at the first match of the qualifiers against South Africa towards the 2019 Nations Cup, where Nigeria lost against South Africa, are you not worried that you have just one day to train at that stadium ahead of tomorrow's game, knowing fully well that you had better times against South Africa than the Republic?
Yeah, like I said earlier, we don't have a choice. We have to play. The last game that we lost, I think, is it 2 years or 3 years? That is gone. So now this is the important game. So what we have to, like I said, you saw the 2 games that we play very good. So I think 1 day to train is enough for us. So the only thing we have to put on our mind that we know the importance of the game we have to win is the first game. We don't have to do the same like South Africa. So we all know what is important there. So we talk to ourselves that we just have 1 day to train, so we don't have to give excuse over that. So the important thing that, by the grace of God, tomorrow we'll go out there to show what we have.
Recently, we have seen a whole lot of young players coming into the national team, the Aribo, the Sami, and the rest. How do you motivate them, having been there for quite a long time, winning the Nations Cup, playing at the World Cup? What do you always tell them when they come in to join the Super Eagles of Nigeria?
Yeah, I think everyone want to play for the Super Eagles, and whenever you got to call up, you have to do your best. Like you can see now, if you go to my room, I think most of the players are there. We are playing card, gisting together. I think that's the only thing to give the young players. Like, we are not any more special here. If you come here, you are special too. So we have to give them the backup. I think that is the only thing that they need. And as you can see, anyone that is called up is always playing his best to keep up the national team, because it's not that easy whenever you're here.
Okay, my name is Kufrekas. I work with Excel FM. Williams, being a homeboy in Woods, Do you think you've gotten enough support from the fans here in New York each time you get to play, because you have a chance to win?
Yeah, I think so. I think all of us enjoy playing in Uyo. I can obviously speak from my own experience. It's very nice. I see some of my family again, and yeah, in the stadium here, it's we always have great support, and I think we've been quite lucky here as well, except for the game against South Africa in my time. So yeah, all of us enjoy coming here. I think it's always a privilege to play here, and everybody loves football here so much. The governor does his best as well to make sure that the stadium and the facilities that we have are top. So yeah, we're very happy to play in Rio, and we definitely feel the support from the fans.
Number 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is for Leon.
Okay.
Given you played with Leon Balogun for a couple of years, you formed a successful partnership with him. But since the Nations Cup, you played with a couple of players in the out of Nigeria's defense. Do you think that affects team stability going into future games, or you're happy to play with anyone you play with?
I think I'm happy to play, full stop. I don't think it's always me. There's been games as well. Kenneth's played with Leon. Sammy's played. I think it's been a mix. I think, like Kenneth said before as well, it's been good to have competition in this position again. Before my time here, there was other players, and after my time, there will be new players again. So yeah, it's good for us all to be doing well in our clubs and fighting for this spot. And yeah, whoever's fit is going to be here to try and play. And then when we don't have players that are fit, we're going to have great players to replace. So I think for Nigeria, it's only good to have competition. And I think we've seen it more and more in this team on all the positions, that we have different players available. And it should be like that if you play for your national team.
Number 10, please. No 10. Okay, in football we have added time. So let's take some. Callisto's first. Callisto's first. Okay, let's say Callisto's. Who are you?
Well, I will direct my question to Kenneth Omewo. He's one of the Nations Cup coach of the team. He's taken the country through qualifying for the Nations Cup and the World Cup. Initially, we would say the team was not experienced. But as at this moment, nobody will allude to the fact that there is no experience in the team. My question to both of you is that, will Nigerians now say, that Coach Roy can relax a bit and have his men do the job for Nigeria?
Thank you very much. Yeah, for me, I think I've been here for long, and I've played a lot of coaches. I think with the coach, I think we always, the World Cup, we qualify with one game, and for the Nation Cup, we qualify the same with one game. But the other coach, not that they are not good, but we have to play the 9-minute game before we can qualify for. For me, I would say he's lucky, and he's doing all the job to make all his players happy. I think that's the most important thing in the team.
Yeah, I think the same.
Okay, my name is Mano Sebastian. I work in Nigeria Footballers. So my question goes to Ahmed Musa. So on our way here, we spoke to a lot of fans on the streets, their expectations for the game tomorrow, how they anticipated the game. So we asked them who they are going to see on the score sheet. Virtually all of them mentioned you, Ahmed Musa. And you're just coming back from injury, and you scored for your club side prior to meeting up with your teammates. So how confident are you managing that expectations and believing in yourself to get on the score sheet?
Yeah, for me, I think it's not that easy. I've been out for like 2.5 months, but getting that confidence back from the last game that I have 2 goals. So I think tomorrow, if the coach give me chance, by the grace of God, I'm going to do it.
Have they asked your question?
No.
Okay, final one, please.
Okay.
Who are you?
Let me give Kenneth.
Okay.
He was escaping that one. Kenneth. Okay, so we know how Kenneth Rowe works. There's some players who get invited, some don't get invited. If they're invited for this game, they're probably not sure, especially for the young players. He likes testing players. But we know 2 players for sure who might not get invited into this team again, except there's a change of mind. Mikel and Igalo. The last time you played the AFCON, you were with them in Egypt, you were there. How much are you going to miss those two players in this team?
Okay, luckily for us, you know, we are fortunate to have not met Aribo, you know, but I watched the 2 games and it was amazing, you know, and also Igalo is the highest goal scorer from the AFCON, from the qualification, you know, Mikel as well, he has been important to us, but I think everyone has a time where they will give up and say, you know, I have to stop for other players to come, and it's a good thing that we have these players to take over from them. You can see Osimhen doing very well in the club, scoring goals, also scoring goals here in the national team as well. So I think it was important for them to. It's a decision that has to be reached, you know, personally by the players when they feel, you know, we've done enough and we have to move on, to give other players the opportunity, you know. So they've been missed, you know, but it's Nigeria, you know. It's not individual football, you know. It's a nation, and we have amazing talents coming up every day, you know. So now we have to look forward. We have to use the players who are fit, who can give more than 100% for the country, and I think we're in a good place. I think we have backups to fill those spots.
Okay, I think we're done now. The players will be excused. John Paul, you will ask the first question for the coach, but we have to excuse the players now. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so first question was how to ensure the result for the tomorrow's game. We try, like always, to bring the best team. Our 2 games you spoke about were very difficult games against great teams, but not African teams. It was different football. And the 2 teams played very offensively, so we had space. And we need that in our team, for our quick wingers, for our quick strikers. We enjoy it. Will not be the same game perhaps tomorrow, because Benin Republic as a team is playing very well defensively. You saw them playing in the AFCON competition. They did so well. They emulated Morocco, for example. And will be different. Our 2 games were good games, but it's dangerous to believe now, we played well in these 2 games, that it will be easy against Benin Republic. No, it will be more difficult, because it's a different team, it's a different football, and we only have 1 day, but it's the same for them. But when you play at home, you need some complicity in your play. So I hope that with 1 training session, everybody together, even 4 of our players I didn't see yet, they're arriving only now, that we will be able to have a good performance. If we play well with our qualities on this nice pitch, I hope that the pitch, we didn't go there yesterday with our 14 players for the training, we trained here. So I hope the pitch will be good to play good football, like we did in the 2 last games, but in a different way, because African football is not the same.
Number two, please.
The second question, excuse me. Yes, I prefer to wait and to be sure to make the good replacement than to go quickly. And no, I let the players the chance to show. I have confidence in the team who's starting the game, and then to bring somebody out if there's no injury. I must be sure that we have better possibilities to be stronger without the people who are starting the game. But I think we changed 6 players in Singapore, 6 or even, it was the maximum. In Ukraine also, we saw a lot of people. Now we have the chance to have 2 games, which means that we can see a lot of players also. Like I said, one of them, we want to make them happy. they're happy when they play, but we are 23. We can only play at 14 per game, official game. So yeah, but like you see and you feel, the spirit in the team is very good, and they admit that some of other players also can start on their place.
Coach, my name is Idika, and I think it's a pleasure to meet you once again. I think, in truth, body language-wise, you show a lot of mental strength against relatively lower teams like the Squirrels of Benin. I wouldn't dispute that. But in practical terms, when your boys get onto the pitch, like John Paul likely said, and of course, I think my question is taking a similar objection, but I'm going to make a more targeted question. The question is this: how do you intend to drive that your mental strength is displayed in your body language into your players practically? I mean, do you have your team of psychologists in place? Have they done enough work? Because games like this are won in the locker room and less on the pitch of play. That's one. Two, I'm particularly worried about leadership in the Super Eagles team of late. In truth, I think just a few days ago I saw the game involving Liverpool, and I'm doing a comparative analysis now. Van Dijk showed tremendous leadership for the team. Do you feel, even from the days of John Mikel with you now, that you have the leadership you would look for in a team of Super Eagles at their rank in African football? My question. Thank you.
Okay, so the first question about the mental strength.
Sure.
We try to have a good communication. We try to be all the time honest with the players, so the confidence is coming. We try to do the best choice, not influenced by any people, and to bring the best one in our 23 list already, and then starting the match. So I think the players have a feeling for that, and the confidence we have mutually is giving us this mental strength. It's a lot of confidence, I think, and in 3 years, more than 3 years now, I know everybody, but like you say also, we have to find new leaders, and the leadership from Obi Mikel and from Igalo also. We're missing it, but we have other one who replace them. And they are passionate, they are able to do the same role like the other one did. I hope so. Osimhen is starting now, he's very young, and Igalo scoring so many goals and was also a mental leader of the team, not only on the pitch but also outside the pitch. And Obi Mikel, after his great career, could finish with a bronze medal, which is wonderful for him. And now Musa is the captain. And if he's not here, it's Kenneth or it's Ekong. So the leadership is still here, and the leadership must be done by everybody, not only by one or two person. They have a special responsibility because they are captain, but everybody is concerned by the leadership.
Thank you.
Please, can we limit it to one question per person, please? Okay. Number 3 now, I think. Number 3?
Yeah.
John.
My name is Nkamian John, XLFM. It's good to have you, Coach. You haven't played at the Nest of Champions in quite a while. Any nostalgia for you and your team?
Yes, I was in Cairo, in the same stadium we made the bronze medal, Al Salam Stadium, and I saw our 23 team playing, so a little nostalgia was there. But now we turn the page and we open a new capital of the book. Is the new qualifiers now for the next AFCON in Cameroon, and we want to be there. We want to go to Cameroon and to do well again. That's why already we are happy to have some players who could not come since the last AFCON. We have 2 or 3 of them. They are back now. And we could see also other young players who are interesting for the future. And when I saw the age average of our team in Singapore against Brazil was 23.6, I think. So that's why also our under 23 team, the Olympics, they don't have perhaps all the best players because they are with us. It's on the same time, so we could not give our best players. We have 6 or 7 who are under 23. We have Olaina, we have Avaziem, we have Ndidi, we have Chukwueze, we have Kalu, we have Osimhen. So, but this is good for our future. And I think these battles now for the qualifiers will be very interesting to see. Because now it's counting, it's not a friendly, it's really now the competition.
Number 4.
Yep. Good afternoon, Coach. Good to see you again after AFCON. Coach, during the week of a couple of days, there has been a lot of reports about you, the Federation, and you, about your contract. And then a lot of sources, speaking from both parties, if I can put it that way. Are you distracted with the contract issue? The fact that the last contract, about 8 months ago, you got a new contract, but this time it's about 6 months ago, and you have a new contract or a negotiation. Are you distracted? Would this have any effect on your job?
A coach has to work like if he's still here in 10 years. That's what I try to do, working for the future. My contract is ending next June. We will see, I think, in the end of the year, if we can sit together and speak about the future. But for the moment, that is not a problem for me and for my staff. We give all the time the best. We try to have a good understanding with our officials and in our staff, not only the technical staff, but also the administrative staff, the medical staff. We have a good team and we have a good solidarity. And so no any distraction because my contract will finish. But it's also now the time to have a project for at least 2 years to go until the next AFCON. I start now the AFCON qualifiers, and I don't know if I go until the end because the contract is finished. But it's not really a problem, but our project must be made for at least 3 years, because what we want to do in this big country is to go also to the next World Cup. And other countries are preparing it, and they have now a project and a game project and a philosophy of football which cannot stop after 2 first games of the qualifiers, because the qualifiers only will continue next June, I think. In March will be friendlies again. So for the moment it's not a problem, but I think for the future we should see what is the project and if we can stay together or not.
Victoria, number 5.
Yes, good afternoon, Coach. My name is Agoshe Victoria. I work for Biati Magazine and Delta State Media Athletes. My question is, what modalities are you putting in place to ensure that this country does not experience the kind of victory we got, the kind of loss we got in last AFCON against Madagascar? And having worked with young adults and adults, what is your message to Nigerian youth and young adults to talk towards the right path? And lastly, how do you feel working with Nigeria team? How do you feel working with NFL? Thank you.
The message is the performance of our team. Our team is a team with solidarity, with usefulness, with passion, with good football, and our team is progressing. This is the first message to give to the youth of Nigeria, and to have passion, to have fun, to work hard, because it's not coming like this. We are working together since more than 3 years, so there is complicity, there is confidence, and this is the qualities which I need youth of each country needs to see. So to give a good example to them already in our team also with the attitude of the players, to be fair play, to have solidarity, to have a good fighting spirit, to never give up, what they showed against Cameroon. And the Madagascar game was a game of preparation for the Cameroon game. We don't forget, we were already qualified, so we could see other players. It was helping us to beat this Cameroon team and South African team later. So this is the football, the beauty of the football, that we can give these messages to our young people.
I think 2 more questions. 2 more.
Coach Sammy from
Sammy.
Electrics. Yesterday, the president of the NFF was on Channels TV. He spoke about a clause on your contract. He said you have to monitor matches in the NPFL, look at players, potentially pick players. Did he speak to you before he went on TV? What do you make of it?
No, he didn't speak about it at all. But I know that he has sometimes a different opinion like me. But that's his football. But I never accepted to make a choice coming from the officials. My choice is a choice of sports arguments only, to take the best players. Unfortunately, we could not take more players from the local league because they did not play. So it was difficult for them to be fit. And also the Chan team, unfortunately, could not qualify. So this is also approval that perhaps they missed competition. I'm sure that we have good players here. You see one of them is coming now, Ifeanyi from Enyimba, and replacing Iwobi, who had administrative problem. Idovu could not come, so we are searching for a defender. And instead to call somebody from Europe now in the last moment, we took this boy. So he has a chance to show, like all the young Olympics also. I was watching them in the first game. They have a chance. Perhaps I will take one of them who will be able to show something for the next list. We try all the time to give the best, but I know that some people cannot be happy about my choice. But what I can tell you is my choice is always honest.
How many more questions, please?
My question. I'm number 7.
Number 7. Number 7.
Okay. Good afternoon, Coach. Nice to meet you. I'm Arel Samba. I work with DG Sports. Considering the fact that Joe Aribo just came in today, and for the fact that he has scored 2 goals in his 2 appearances for the Super Eagles, does that change any of the tactics for tomorrow's game?
I did not understand.
Aribo coming today?
Yes, Aribo traveling all night long from London to Lagos, Abuja, and then arriving now. I even did not see him yet. So it will be very difficult for him to start the game. I want to see in the training session how he is physically. Our training session is latest possible, 6 p.m. to give them the opportunity to sleep this afternoon. And Aribo, if he's fit, of course, now he's one of our key players. If he's not fit, I don't want to take any risk for injury. And we will decide in the last moment tomorrow if he can start the game or not. We see that he's doing in the club very well also, even in European Cup. But this is a special situation now, and we have to manage it. I got from Toyin something here, a number 24. This is not Christmas. This is 24 home-based players already invited. So I think we give them the chance. Thank you for the information.
You have a number? What's your number? What's your number? 8. Is that the last number, I think? That's the last number. Okay, that's the last question. Because we are pressed for time now. We are pressed for time.
Adebayo Samuel, Inspiration Radio.
Okay.
My question is this. You've got, with an average age of 23.6, you've got a wide range of young players to choose from. The feelers from out there, fans want to see some of those players that they see perform for their clubs, perform for the national team. How many of them are you looking at giving a chance tomorrow, judging from the fact that it is a very important fixture for Nigeria?
So how many players of these young people will start, I don't know yet, because I have to see how they are after the traveling tonight or yesterday. And what is sure that we will have at least again Avazem or Ola. We will have also this Aribo if he's ready, but he's not under 23. We will have this Osimhen, who played also Saturday night. Yesterday he was okay, so I think he will be ready. We have this Chukwueze, I didn't see him yet, but he played only 45 minutes in his club, so it should be possible to start the game. Kalu played already Friday, which is good, and so he has a chance to start. Simon Moses played a lot, all the games, the last game with Nantes, but losing all of them now, the 4 last games, so perhaps he needs a little bit rest and playing for the second game, it's possible. So yeah, we will check in the training how many of them will be ready, but I like to play with young and fresh players. This is our football, go forward, to attack, to score the goals, and to be all the time able to play our football with 1, 2, 3 touches and quick strikers. That's what we want to do again, and the young people for that also are able to recover quickly. That's why I'm not afraid of the fitness for tomorrow.
Okay, I think that's the last question. Because you are a young player. Last question for you. Last one, final, please. That's the last one. We are pressed for time,
I want
please.
to ask a question about the goalkeeping situation. Now we have Ezewa, Akwi, and Okoye. Now, Uzo was in the post last 2 games. So I want to ask now that Okoye was touted to be like, okay, to take over as the Super Eagles #1. But going into tomorrow's game, he hasn't played, he does not have experience of African football. Do you think that will stand against him in the decision you take on who the man goes tomorrow?
Yeah, this is a good question. I ask it myself, this question, since the last match when we lost, unfortunately, Uzo. Uzo was coming back now in a very good fitness, good performances, and unfortunately he had this accident. Yeah, we are not lucky on this goalkeeper position. If you remember what happened before with Carl Ikeme already, and then we had the problem that Uzoho did not play at all in the club last season, and now he came back and he's injured also. So we are not lucky, but we are working hard on this position with Aloy, the goalkeeper coach, and all the staff. The problem from Maduka, it was not easy for him already to come in the match 66 minutes against the best players of the world and to do well. But he doesn't know, like you say, African football is only the first time since he was 6 years old. He was once in Nigeria, coming now for the second time to the country. So you can imagine. And only 1 training session to start a game would not be a gift for him, perhaps. So we will be very careful. We don't want to burn him. He's here for the future. We have the chance to see again perhaps Daniel Akpeyi, who is doing very well in his club. The #1 now in South Africa with the Kaizer Chiefs, playing against last weekend a big club again and winning. So he has experience also in a young team. We will see. We have Ezenwa also, but he didn't play so much in the league. So I think you can find already yourself your solution for tomorrow.
All right, guys. Thank you. Our training today.